welcome. For companies, universities, and even individuals to launch satellites or other payloads into orbit, it's not just about sending rockets into space. Think about what cheaper space travel could mean for industries right here on Earth. For example, with more satellites in orbit, we could see a massive expansion of industries like global internet connectivity. Companies like Starlink, one of Musk's other ventures, are already working to provide satellite-based internet to every corner of the planet. As more satellites go up, the cost of this service will drop, making high-speed internet accessible to people in even the most remote areas of the world. It's also worth considering how methane and the Raptor engine might influence industries like climate science and environmental monitoring. With more satellites in space, we'll have better tools for tracking climate change, monitoring natural disasters, and studying the Earth's ecosystems. This could lead to more effective environmental policies and better disaster preparedness, ultimately helping to protect the planet. But let's return to space exploration because that's really where methane's impact will be felt the most. We're on the cusp of a new era in space travel, where missions to the Moon, Mars, and even beyond are no longer science fiction, they're within reach. With methane powering reusable rockets, we could see a future where space travel is as common as international air travel is today. Imagine being able to hop on a rocket and visit the Moon or Mars the same way you'd catch a flight to another country. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's not as far off as you might think. One of the most exciting things about methane is that it opens the door to deep space exploration in a way that previous fuels just couldn't. With methane, not only can rockets travel farther, but they can also carry more cargo. That's critical when you're talking about setting up permanent colonies on other planets. We're not just sending astronauts to plant a flag and come back. We're talking about building entire communities, habitats, research stations, farms, and eventually cities. And all of that requires a lot of equipment and supplies. The efficiency of methane-powered rockets makes it feasible to transport everything we need to make those colonies a reality. Of course, there's the big picture, colonizing Mars. As discussed earlier, SpaceX plans to use the Sabatier process to produce methane right on Mars. This is a game-changer because it means we won't have to rely on shipping fuel from Earth, which would be prohibitively expensive. Instead, we can create a self-sustaining fuel supply on Mars, making long-term colonization not only possible but practical. And once we've established a colony on Mars, who knows what's next? The moons of Jupiter, Saturn's icy rings. The possibilities are endless when you've got the right fuel. Methane's role in our future on Mars isn't just limited to rocket fuel. We've already talked about how methane can be used to create polyethylene, which is perfect for building structures on Mars. These polyethylene shelters could be crucial for protecting settlers from the harsh conditions on Mars, particularly from cosmic radiation. Mars doesn't have a strong magnetic field like Earth, which means its surface is constantly bombarded by radiation from the sun. Polyethylene, however, is great at blocking that radiation, making it the perfect material for building everything from simple tents to entire habitats. And here's where things get even more interesting. Methane could also play a role in agriculture on Mars. We know that methane can be converted into ethylene, which helps fruits and vegetables ripen. This is crucial for establishing sustainable farming practices on Mars, where growing food will be essential for survival. Imagine Martian farms producing fresh food for settlers, all powered by the same fuel that gets the rockets off the ground. It's an elegant solution to one of the biggest challenges of space colonization: how to feed people in a place where nothing grows naturally. So what does all of this mean for humanity's future? It means that with methane, we're one step closer to becoming a multiplanetary species. Elon Musk has made it clear that he believes humanity's survival depends on spreading out into the solar system. Earth, for all its beauty, is vulnerable. Climate change, natural disasters, or even something as catastrophic as an asteroid impact could threaten our species' survival. By colonizing other planets, we are essentially creating a backup plan, an insurance policy for the future of humanity. But it's not just about survival, it's about exploration and discovery. Ever since humans first looked up at the stars, we've dreamed of exploring the universe. We've sent probes to distant planets and landed rovers on Mars, but we've never really lived anywhere other than Earth. With methane, that could change. We're talking about the possibility of not just visiting Mars but living there, working there, and building families there. And once we've established a foothold on Mars, who's to say we can't go farther? Methane is the key to unlocking this future. It's not just a fuel, it's the foundation for an entirely new way of thinking about space travel. It's cleaner, more efficient, and most importantly, sustainable. It solves many of the challenges that have held us back in space exploration for so long. Thanks to SpaceX's innovations, we're closer than ever to making this vision a reality. In the end, SpaceX's use of methane is about more than just rockets and engines. It's about changing the way we think about our place in the universe. It's about making space travel affordable, sustainable, and accessible to everyone. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible and creating a future where humans don't just live on Earth, but on multiple planets in multiple star systems. And all of this starts with a simple, abundant molecule, methane. So as we look to the future, one thing is clear: methane isn't just going to change how we get to space, it's going to change everything. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe my channel, thanks.